You're a teenager and you just built something wild with AI, maybe a chatbot, a SaaS tool, or a custom-coded automation. Someone wants to hire you or license your tool. Maybe they're even offering serious money. But hold up, can you actually sign a contract if you're under 18? Technically, no. And if you don't handle this part right, you could drag your parents into legal or financial trouble without even realizing it. I'm Attorney Tatyana. I'm a practicing business lawyer and a former software developer for a Fortune 500 company. I live at the intersection of law and tech, and I help AI founders, yes, even teen founders, protect their wins and avoid legal landmines from day one. I post content like this, and I run a school-based online community so digital entrepreneurs like you can build confidently with structure and protection. Today, we're talking about how to protect your AI business as a teenager without putting your parents at risk or sabotaging your own future. This is especially important if you're building automations, working with client data, or offering custom solutions, because when something misfires, the law looks for someone to hold responsible. Let's start with the simplest but riskiest option. Some teen entrepreneurs just ask a parent or guardian to co-sign their contracts. That's legal in most states, and it technically works. Your parent is over 18 and can enter into enforceable agreements. So the contract becomes valid, but through them. Here's the catch. By co-signing, your parent is accepting personal liability. That means if your AI tool crashes during a launch, your automation violates privacy laws, or your scraper pulls from a data set that breaches terms of service, your parent could be on the hook. And that's not just theory. That could mean paying damages, getting sued, or risking their income, credit, or even personal property, like their home. Look, this method might be fine for tiny, low-risk transactions, but if you're serious about growth, it's risky, messy, and not scalable. And yes, this kind of setup shows up all the time when I'm reviewing contracts for new businesses, especially teen-led startups. The smarter route: set up a single-member LLC where you, the teen, are the sole member, otherwise called the owner. Your parent is the manager or the legal signatory on paper. In this model, your LLC, not you personally, signs the contracts. Your parent signs on behalf of the LLC, not as a personal co-signer. This structure creates limited liability, which is a legal shield between your personal life and your business activity. Why is this so powerful? Your contracts are now in the name of the business, not in your parent's personal name. Your parent isn't personally liable for most business disputes unless they commit fraud or break the law. And you start building real-world business credibility with clients, investors, and platforms like Stripe and PayPal. And yes, LLCs can be formed even if you're under 18. The trick is making your parent the manager with clearly documented authority in the operating agreement. This is how I've helped dozens of clients protect their AI automation agencies, SaaS ideas, and code-based tools, especially when they're starting young. Let's walk through the legal checklist. File LLC formation documents in your state, usually it's done online. Draft an operating agreement that spells out that teen is the member or the owner, the parent is the manager, and the manager has authority to sign contracts and bind the business. Next step is to get an EIN from the IRS. That's your business tax ID or your business social security number. Next, open a business bank account, and your parent will likely need to do this. Another step, make sure that all contracts are in the LLC's name, not your personal name or your parents'. Another step is to set up a professional email address and keep business and personal finances separate. This is not just legal fluff. It's the exact structure I recommend inside my legal starter pack, because it's the difference between looking like a hobby and operating like a real business. This structure gives you clarity, credibility, and protection on both sides of the equation. And yes, it's the same advice I give adult founders. Startup legal documents don't care about your age, they care about structure. If you're already accepting money through Stripe, PayPal, Venmo, or even your parents' account, you might be wondering, do I really need an LLC? Here's the truth. If money is changing hands, you're already running a business in the eyes of the law. The question is, are you running it smartly? Setting up an LLC makes everything easier. Hiring help, even if it's a friend, getting business credit, launching licensing deals, subscriptions, or white label services. And yes, it sends a strong signal to collaborators and platforms that you're serious about what you're building, even if you're 15. Contracts still matter, even inside an LLC. Forming an LLC is a great first step, but contracts still matter. You still need to use proper independent contractor agreements, client services agreements, especially if you're building custom workflows, terms of use if you're launching a product or a tool, and yes, even a privacy policy if you're collecting user data. These are the legal tips for AI startups that most founders miss, especially when they're moving fast and just want to launch. That's why my AI Founder Legal Guide walks you through all 5 must-have contracts from startup to scale. Don't go it alone. Running an AI business as a teen is exciting, but don't try to figure this out on your own. When I say I help founders avoid risk, I mean things like data privacy violations, scope creep with clients, unclear IP ownership, or worse, deals that blow up because the contract wasn't enforceable. That's why I built a free online community hosted on School for digital founders. Whether you're launching a chatbot, running an automation agency, or licensing your code, I want you legally protected from the jump. Inside, you will get templates and checklists and other legal resources, Q&A sessions, contract teardown walkthroughs, and guidance from people who actually understand the tech world and the legal world. Legal doesn't have to be intimidating, but ignoring it, that can get expensive. Whether you're 16 or 60, your business deserves structure and protection. So build smart, protect your wins, and please don't drag your mom into a lawsuit just because you skipped a few legal steps. Ready to get started? Download the Legal Survival Guide for AI founders. The instructions are below. You can get access through our online community. And if you're serious about getting your LLC done right, grab the Legal Starter Pack from my contract template shop. It includes everything from the operating agreement to contractor and client contract templates, fully customizable. Subscribe for more legal tips for AI entrepreneurs and digital founders. And then drop a comment if you want me to cover how to file your LLC step by step. I'm Attorney Tatyana, and I'll see you in the next video.